All right, we are live. Hey everyone, welcome to Victory Condition Gaming. Tonight we have episode 2 of our Tiny Dungeon campaign that was a 2018 or 2017 stretch goal for the Kickstarter for Tiny Dungeon. Before we start, there's a couple things that I would like to talk about before I hand the show over to our GM and designer of the game of Tiny Dungeon, Alan Barr. But let's talk a little bit about some things that have happened in between the last episode and this episode. I want to thank everybody that is watching this live and also that is listening to this on the podcast that we started. It's already become quite the hit on there, and it's got over 100 downloads, which is more than I anticipated for being just a few weeks old. So thank you everyone for either watching it live or watching it or listening to it on the podcast. If you haven't subscribed to either the channel or the podcast, please do so. I would appreciate it. Don't feel you have to, but I do like it whenever somebody does subscribe to either outlet. The other thing that I want to say is I want to thank. There's a couple things that have happened. Some viewers. We've got Bob from Nomageddon actually sent us a new dice tower for the show, so we're going to use that later on. It is a little noisy, so I'm going to kind of put some felt in it to use it in the next month. So I won't use it this month, but thanks, Bob, for the new dice tower for the show. That's we'll definitely use that for the sessions going forward. Also, I have some really cool announcement. A viewer, his name is also Doug, sent me some 3D renders of a couple of the Tiny Dungeon characters. I'm pretty sure he made them on Hero Forge. So we might actually get some Tiny Dungeon miniatures of our characters before this campaign is all over. And maybe I'll send some Josh's way, and Josh can paint them. And I will maybe
absolutely.
Maybe Josh and I will have a little paint off later on this year, and we can spotlight those. So that was really cool, and I appreciate Doug for sending those over. And we've got some cool stuff. The other thing that I want to mention is that Alan did release between then and now the Tiny Dungeon character sheet on Drive-Thru RPG. So if you already have a digital copy of the Tiny Dungeon book on Drive-Thru, you should have access to the character sheet, right? It's part of that whole bundle, or do they have to go on and download it separately, Alan? No, it's all part of the
bundle. I think you can also download it separately.
Awesome.
If you want a separate one anyway.
So definitely, if you're into playing Tiny Dungeon, make sure you download that as part of your Drive-Thru account. All right, that is all I had for to start out this session. I'm going to hand everything over to our GM, Alan Barr. Alan, take it away, sir.
Cool. I have an announcement. Tiny Wastelands is on Kickstarter, so if you're listening or watching this, you still have 20 days to go back the post-apocalyptic version of the rule set. Good grief, that was way harder than it had to be.
It's all right. I'll edit that out in the podcast.
Thanks, I appreciate that. No problem. I'll be in the live stream for eternity, but at least the podcast I'll seem intelligent. All right, and then we're going to recap where we left off. Which one of our intrepid band would like to recap that?
I don't. Who would like to? I do it, but I don't know if anybody else would rather do it. Josh, you want to? You're kind of the lead man on this group, so.
Oh, I am. Huh?
Well,
I thought I was just the meat shield. Yeah, you're the man.
That too.
Don't limit yourself.
Well, we went into a burning building, and Oberon tore up some kobolds, and threw some lizards here and there and everywhere. Yes. And we ended up fighting a demon that was coming out of a pot, some kind of cauldron-esque thing. And we got it to go back into it, and now we were standing outside carrying this thing after throwing Schlick through a hole in the wall and landing on him.
Good
Yeah.
times.
I'm still smarting from that.
Needed a cushion for my fall. What can I say?
You big dumb oaf.
All right. That's a very high level coverage, but I suppose that will work.
So yeah, so we have this brazier.
Well,
Brazier.
So we have this. Brazier. That's right.
a brazier is an article of female clothing.
Yeah,
I
no.
suppose.
Someone was going to say it. I knew it was gonna be.
That was a throwback to the first episode.
It was inevitable.
Yep,
Pot what holds fire.
that's right.
And demons.
And demons in this particular instance, not normally what they hold.
Right.
All right. Well, where I am having issues with notes apparently because this happened last night.
It did. We did an actual play of Tiny Wastelands, and you can check that out on the channel. I'll put a link, a little annotation right here.
Oh, I found my notes.
Okay,
Hey, we're ready to go.
Yay!
You think I would have this all prepped before we start, but here we are. All right, so you folks are dealing with the aftermath of the fire. Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Everything good?
Yep.
Okay. The aftermath of the fire you caused in Shaybrook. The town is less than happy with the fact that their primary distillery has burned down. Not only have you caused widespread damage, but you've also destroyed the booze.
How is this our fault?
Well, you tried to blame the kobolds. Unfortunately, there were no kobolds to be found to accept said blame. And well, you know how it goes from there. All right, so
Check on Schleich's back. Maybe he landed on one.
all right, so let's start in a bit of in media res. So you are standing there dealing with outburst of yelling from the mayor of the town, who is also the owner of the distillery. Shockingly enough, he is exceptionally unhappy on multiple accounts now. And his business partner, dwarf you're familiar with, known as Brock Gutterdrunk, is enjoying the yelling. He thinks it's hilarious that you are being verbally assaulted by the mayor. In fact, they have to keep stopping because Brock keeps breaking out in laughter during the proceedings.
Yeah, I'm gonna punch this guy. He doesn't start shutting up.
So, the mayor is a human named Athiant, and he has a proposal. He is proposing that he throws you in jail for several nights. But he has an alternative proposal.
Well, we'd be glad to hear it.
Excellent. He thinks you would too. He thinks that's great. So there is a small place outside of town known as the Sunless Moor. And there is a missing caravan that he would like you all to investigate. Since you've proven intrepid at causing wide amounts of collateral damage, he suspects you would best be served by not being in the confines of a town.
There might
Specifically
be
his town.
something to
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, I don't like this town anyway.
Well, that's good because this town doesn't like Schlick either.
Yeah, well, it's all right. No love lost here.
All right. So what are we doing with the brazier? Are we taking that with us? Or do we have a place to actually like store that while we go off to do this?
You would have to Probably find you don't. None of you are from this town, so you don't have an inherent location. You would likely have to find some sort of.
Find a place to stash it, I guess.
Why can't we take it with us?
Well, that's what I was asking.
Do you want to lift this thing?
We
You
leave
wanna
it
carry this
behind.
thing everywhere?
We run the risk of the kobolds tearing up the town and trying to find it again. I mean, yeah, it helps us because if the kobolds try to destroy the town, then hey, those guys weren't lying. Where are they now? Oh, they're in the Sunless Moor. But by the same token, remember what they were trying to do last time.
Right.
Yeah.
We're not there to stop that, and they destroy the town and get the brazen again. Then game
So,
Mr. Mayor,
so
is
no,
there...
no jail. We'll go do the caravan rescue, and we'll take the brazier with us then.
Mr. Mayor, is there somewhere in town where we can have you hold on to this for us, somewhere you can keep this safe?
Or you're asking the mayor?
Yes.
Well, I suppose we could have the local priest hold on to it if you believe it's some sort of strange cursed item.
Oh, we do.
I don't know. I think I don't want to have this happen again.
Okay, so
Is the church particularly flammable? If not, it might be okay.
They think we just burned down the distillery, and you want to ask the question?
I'm just making sure it'd be safe there if it's mostly stone.
All right, let's vote. All who want to take the brazier, say aye.
I
don't care, but I guess.
that's 3.
And
Okay.
Yeah.
all those who don't, say nay. Okay. So the brazier's coming with us.
Who is carrying said brazier as you trek off into the wilderness?
It better not be me. That's all I'm saying.
If we're certain that it's thoroughly extinguished, then I can carry it.
The fire is stone cold dead. Get it? Because it's a stone brazier. Whatever. I'm hilarious, damn it.
Then I'll tuck it up on my back branches somewhere.
Perfect. I picture your upper branches are sort of like some weird, strange tree folk bag of holding. Like you just pull stuff out of them at times.
Right. Stuff just kind of gets shoved back
That's
there.
awesome.
And then I pull it out.
There's a tree folk only trait for expansion material.
I don't.
There we go. All right. So
Hole of holding.
they will allow you time to purchase rations and supplies. However, you find quickly that nobody is interested in selling anything to you.
Yeah, we don't want that crappy stuff anyway.
All right. So you head off to the Sunless Moor. Now, the Sunless Moor is probably a week's journey by foot. And the only real notable feature about the moor is that it's covered in a deep perpetual fog, hence its name. A fog that doesn't even lift in the hottest part of the day. So, as you all head off, are you taking any special preparations? Anything unusual you're attempting to do?
I'm kind of scouring the area as we walk about, looking for anything I could possibly save for new potion ingredients.
Okay.
How much of the liquor is left in any of the stills?
Good
Hey,
question.
I've got an empty water skin that needs to be filled.
Okay. No, the beer is all gone, hence the anger.
Aw.
I'm really sad.
That's why we're
Yeah, they
getting
are too.
kicked out of town.
And they can't even drink the sadness away. They're just stuck. This is apparently just a town of raging alcoholics.
No wonder why Dunk was there.
I was passed out in the gutter when you guys found me, remember?
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, they you set off around noon that day after your hearing with the mayor. So the day is nice. The sun is shining. The rolling hills at the foot of the mountain are nice, and it's a nice walk. It's a comfortable walk.
Nice.
Okay, I'm keeping my one good eye and my ears open for always on the alert.
Okay, make a test for me. Are you perceptive?
No.
Okay, so just 2d6 then. Looking for a 5 or a 6.
Success.
Excellent. So you don't find anything unusual. The seasonally it's early spring, so lots of background noise, lots of ongoing wildlife, right? Birds and small animals and things like that you would normally expect.
All right. Hey, Oberon, at least there's birds chirping and stuff, so that doesn't seem. It seems pretty normal to me.
Yep. Looks good. It's going to be a nice little walk.
Yeah, it's actually a very pleasant walk for the first day. Around several hours later, you probably walked. Trying to think who's got the shortest legs in the group would probably be Dunk.
Yeah.
Little kookaburra legs.
Dunk, you're getting tired. You feel like you've been walking for hours, which coincidentally you have.
Can we rest?
Oh man,
Let's actually have chicken legs.
Yeah, I'm getting
All right.
pretty verklempt too.
Jeez, I'm with a bunch of lazy asses.
Any takers for the first watch?
I'll take it.
All right.
Good. You made us stop anyway. You should take it.
Some of us can't get thrown when we want to go somewhere.
Ha ha ha.
All right, so you guys set up camp. There's no real issues with that. It goes nicely. You find a nice hollow, maybe 100 feet off the road, where you can set up in a small copse of trees that give you some shelter, some shade, some protection from visibility, but still let you find the road easily.
Nice.
All right, so the night passes uneventfully. You all wake up except for Dunk, and then the journey continues.
All right.
So
Oberon, you
and,
taking the lead?
Yeah, I'll take the lead. I'll be your meat shield.
All right, I'll walk right next to you.
Okay. Day 2, again, uneventful. A little less wildlife than before. You've moved out of the colonized area into more of the wild area of the marches. This area is colloquially known as the Emerald Hills. It's got a very much a rolling green hill vibe to it, lots of trees and shrubberies. And so as you're all walking, you kind of crest a hill coming up, the grass and the vegetation crunching as you move down the road, and you come across a small wagon. And when I say small, this looks like a kind of like a covered traveler wagon, like a nomadic wagon.
Mm-hmm.
There's 3 or 4 of these in a line, and they stand about a foot tall. And one of them is tipped over on its side, and there's a bunch of 7 or 8 inch tall figures with wings flitting around, trying to figure out how to upright the wagon.
Yeah. We should probably go
Looks
help
like
them out.
something I could probably set back up, right? I mean, me personally.
Looks like something you could what?
Does it look like something I can just walk over and put the wagon
Yeah,
back
it looks like it's like the size of a kid's wagon.
Okay, yeah, I'll go and do it. I mean,
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
so you
help.
just go over there and push up the wagon.
yeah, I'm gonna walk over and set their wagon upright for them.
There is a lot of frantic flitting around, and then the shapes all kind of move to the side, and one of them flits a little closer to Dunk. And greetings.
Hey, how's it going, little guy? Looks like you got some problems with your wagon.
Well, the problems appear to have been resolved, oh giant one.
Hey, anything I can do to help out?
Oh, really? Well, that's fantastic. See, we have this problem, and
Oh dear.
Did you
We've,
just
we've been
tell a
driven fro-
fairy that you do anything it needed?
he did, in fact.
No.
Let's hear him out.
You see, our queen has been kidnapped.
I don't think
And
you
we were traveling to
understand
find her.
fairies.
Kidnapped by what or whom?
A dragon.
Oh, great.
Boogly boogly.
Well,
What-
that's too bad.
What kind
All right.
of dragon?
It's kind of a shiny rainbow-colored one.
Oh, that's great. All right, guys, let's keep going.
But
It's
the
a fairy
Birdman said he would
dragon.
help us.
Yeah, I didn't say anything though.
You look kind of like a dragon.
Uh,
You're not shiny or interesting, but you have the same basic shape.
That's what I keep saying.
Nowhere near the personality of a dragon either.
Anyway, so you will all help us?
Some of us might.
Yeah.
We should find out a little bit more about this. I mean, where did he take her?
To his evil dragon lair, obviously.
Well,
As you do.
that's
Very-
obvious.
Fairy is clearly unimpressed by your knowledge of evil dragons.
Wait a minute. How big is the dragon?
It's going to be relative size. They're this big, and
That's true.
dragon to them is going to be huge.
It's like the size of one of our wagons. It's huge.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Huddle up, guys. It's like,
Guys.
I don't want them to hear this. It's like we can.
I think we can take on a dragon that's
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
Are
We're probably
we-
talking like a monitor lizard.
and how far away is his lair? We don't know if it's close or far. I mean, how far can these fairies travel? Couldn't be too far. Famous last words.
I don't care. Whatever you guys. I say we just ditch them, but whatever.
They are impatiently waiting for your response, obviously.
It
I
would
can-
not be wise to rescind on an offer to help the fairies.
I agree.
So may I take a look, like surreptitiously take a look inside their caravan, see what they're hauling?
Sure, they're hauling tons of gold. They seem to be attempting to pay tribute to the dragon.
Oh, hey guys, I think just out of the goodness of our hearts, we should totally help these guys out.
Jeez. Of course.
I'm in.
Yeah, I tried to like signal to everybody, just like gold, holy crap, gold.
Well, if Oberon is in, I guess I have to be in. That sucks.
Yeah, you got no choice, Slick. Let's go.
Jesus.
I'm in. I made the
Onward.
mistake of offering to help, so
No, this might turn out okay.
Yes, you did. All right, fairies. Did you see where, or do you know where the dragon's lair is? Can you lead us there?
Yes, we can. It'll be easy. It is nearby.
Excellent.
Our wagons are slow and not terribly great at off-roading. Perhaps the giant living tree person can carry them?
Of course.
I mean, two of us can push one of them, or
Yeah, but why don't we just let the tree carry him?
I pick up I pick up the little wagons and just start lodging them in branches.
they're tiny.
Hold a couple in one hand.
You're just bedazzling
Fairies are
yourself
very
with
excited
stuff.
by this, and they will eagerly start to lead you off-road towards where this dragon's lair is.
I got a bad feeling about this, Oberon.
Yeah, I'm on the alert.
All right. Well, everybody who's being alert, roll a perception test.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
What do you need?
Oh,
Oh.
I did not pass.
I passed.
Pass.
What is it? Just 2d6?
2d6, unless you're perceptive.
Well, I have perception.
Okay,
Oh.
then that's 3.
All right. 2 5s and a 4.
Nice, you got it.
Yeah, I got a 6.
I also passed.
All right. So it takes it's like a 45-minute walk off road. And you get led down towards a dried up river basin. And a bunch of these smooth river pebbles have been piled up in the semblance of sort of a wall, like a circular wall. And then more have been piled inside, and they're a little taller than the wall, some sort of makeshift castle. And perched on top is a very shiny, multicolored, glimmering dragon. It's about the size of a 15-pound puppy. It's about 1 Ella. Ella is my 15-pound puppy, so it is 1 Ella in size.
Nice. That's like an official weight measurement in.
It is in the bar house.
Oh, I was gonna say it's gonna be in Tiny Dungeon as well now. That's.
Yeah.
Slick, is that your
So-
mother?
Who said that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The dragon rears up at your approach regally on top of his little mound of stones and imperiously demands to know who assaults my domain. But it's more like, who assaults my domain?
Aww.
We've come to get the fairy princess back.
I say let Dunk deal with it. This is all his doing. Dunk thought this was such a great idea. Let him talk to this dragon.
So, I'd like to approach the dragon and speak to him.
Halt, feathered thing. Approach no closer. In the domain of Shimmergloom, the Majestic.
Oh, great Shimmer Gloom, we mean you no harm. We come
That's
to
right,
beg
I
you.
am great.
We've
And he
heard
kind
that
of breathes for a minute on top of his.
Is there like a diplomacy check to not laugh?
I'm trying.
That would
not
be
to
a
laugh.
save test. Which you can make a save test if you want to avoid laughing at the imperious tiny dragon.
I'm gonna do it because that seems like something she'll like to do.
So just 2 dice, roll a 5 or 6.
No,
dice.
no, she'll like laughs.
The dragon glares. It's like
I managed to retain my composure.
Citrus
tree
maintains.
Great Shimmer Gloom, we hear that you have captive the fairy queen.
nonsense. She is a visiting guest of royal importance.
May we have audience with her?
No.
You see, the fairy people are
Ah,
concerned for her well-being and her safety.
no, they're not.
Didn't they followed us, right?
Yeah, they're right there. We're like
But,
freaking out.
I've turned to
Lots
the
of,
parts.
oh no, it's Shimmergloom! Oh my gosh! They're legitimately terrified of this dragon. That's slightly bigger than them.
They come
You,
bearing offerings of gold.
Ah, do they? I have no need for such treasures, as you can see. And he like a wing unfolds and then gestures at all this the really smooth pebbles. I have treasures untold.
I think this dragon's delusional.
Yeah, let's give him let's give Shimmergloom something here that's that maybe is kind of worthless to us, but she might think it's pretty special.
Great Shimmer Gloom, could it be possible that we could barter for the fairy princess? Maybe we have something that you don't
A
have.
dragon does not barter. I demand and take as is my right. But I suppose if you have gifts to present, I could be persuaded to give you a gift in return.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
gonna say right now, don't take the
no,
don't
no.
take out the
Mm-hmm.
brazier.
Hey, Sithis.
Don't do it.
Sithis.
Yep.
Come over here for a minute.
Okay.
Still got those demon teeth?
I do still have those demon teeth. Do you think he'll go for that?
I don't know. It's worth a shot. If
All
you don't
right.
blow it, you dumbass.
You shut up. All right, I'm gonna try to present the teeth to Litter Doom. And it's like, here, and would you be interested in these? They were harvested from a mighty demon that we had slain. They are great trophies.
He looks at the teeth and... Indeed, they reek of magical power.
They certainly do.
And he, a worthy gift for Shimmergroom, Lord of the Domain he surveys. I will return a gift to you. And he picks up a pebble and presses it into your hand.
Wait to blow it, Sithis.
You want to try this?
Nah, I didn't even want to come here to begin with.
Are there any big rocks nearby?
You're gonna squish him, aren't you?
No, no. Not yet.
Don't squish the tiny dragon.
No. I have an idea.
Okay. There is I don't know how large you're looking for. There is a reasonable sized boulder, like a basketball.
I want to get 3 different sizes, like
Okay.
a small, medium, and a large, and then carry them over to him and offer those. Take any one you like.
You know, you could supersize those stones for 50 cents more.
Please say that's not canon.
Well, Shimmergloom is impressed. These are magnificent treasures. I will take the largest one.
Okay.
So send it over here.
Okay. There you go.
What did you wish in return? This is a bountiful treasure.
What are you willing to give in return?
We're here for the princess.
Yeah, can we just
Jeez.
talk to the queen?
You leave Oberon for 1 minute and he forgets exactly what our purpose is here for.
I will give you the gift of my knowledge.
Ah!
You may ask me any 3 questions and I will answer them.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Hey, I got one. Actually,
Hold! You did not offer this gift. Only the bear may question me.
I saw that coming.
What's the best way to kill a rainbow dragon?
All right. First question is, how do we get to meet the princess?
Oh. I suppose you would have to go find her.
So she's not here with you?
Nope, she left.
In which direction did she go?
The dragon kind of... She went... that way.
That's all 3 questions.
Those are your 3 questions.
So the princess isn't even here.
She was. We were having a party.
Okay. Well, guys, she went off in yonder direction.
Are we sure about that?
And the way
According to the dragon, unless I give him a bigger rock.
It's worth a shot.
I say just cool it with the rocks. Who wants it? We could be doing this all day. You could be moving the whole mountainside over from one side to the other to question this stupid dragon.
Yeah, we're in them.
Whoa!
So.
And the dragon like rears up. You watch your tongue, lizard person.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Slick, you shouldn't talk to your mom that way.
Seriously.
Shimmer Doom is not stupid. He is a cunning genius of rare intelligence.
Oh yeah, totally. I see that.
Make a save test, Doug.
Oh no.
I fail.
Where there was once a Slick, there is now a toad hopping about.
Oh.
Oh no.
Ribbit.
And Shimmer Gloom looks very pleased with himself.
I
did
give
that.
I give him a thumbs up.
I did that. That was dragon magic.
I hope you
Cool.
like Max.
I turn around and look for the next biggest rock I can find.
You're not gonna drop it on the frog, right?
Yes, yes,
No,
yes,
I hope
yes.
not.
yes.
He wasn't until just then.
I set this move. So I picks up the frog, takes his hat off, puts the frog on top of his head, pulls the hat over.
Okay. You can find a rock and give it to Shimmer Gloom if that's what you're doing.
Shimmer Gloom, can you please turn my friend back? Here is another large, beautiful
And-
stone just for you.
All of a sudden, Schlick is sitting on Sithis' head. And your hat is quite thoroughly ruined.
Oh,
That was worth it just for that.
Thank you, Glitter Gloom. Let's go.
That's my favorite hat.
Before it gets
so
turned
you
into
all-
a frog again.
You all head off, and you notice the dragon is following you. It's kind of flying along behind
There's
you.
something you needed.
Every
small
time you
dragon?
turn to look at him, he turns and like tries to hide behind something so you can't see him.
Great.
Did-
Who's in the back of the line?
Oh, probably me.
I would say, like keep an eye on that. Hey.
All right.
Great. We got groupies now.
We got fairies and dragons. Oh my!
Yeah, are the fairies still following us?
Yes, they are, because you have yet to save their queen.
We're working on it.
Great. We're just like a great big parade going through the freaking forest.
We're not subtle.
We're off to save the princess. Oh.
So the dragon kind of slowly, like cautiously catches up to Gray Firkin.
Yes.
Might I perch on a branch?
Of course. Is
Thank
there
you.
some reason you're following us?
It's really lonely out here. I am
I-
the only dragon,
I understand. Well,
and no
you
one
can-
takes me seriously.
No, kid.
You can come with us as long as you behave.
By whose standards?
Since I'm the one carrying you, mine.
You have a bargain, tree person.
All right.
And he happily curls up on the branch and just kind of perches there regally.
I'm just covered in so much stuff now. I have wagons of gold and my fire pot and now a shiny dragon.
So you all trek off, and it's not long before you hear the panic cries of something tiny and small.
Can I hear which direction it's coming from?
Yeah, it's kind of coming from directly ahead.
Do I see anything ahead that would say,
Yeah, there appears to be some sort of shimmering, glimmering, fairy-looking thing stuck in like a spider web, just thrashing around.
I'm gonna try to cut her loose.
Yeah, feathers and spider webs just don't match.
Okay. Without much effort, you're able to cut her loose. And she turns and looks at you, and she... hang on a minute here. when she sees Shimmer Gloom in Grey Firkin's crown, I guess we'll call it, she freaks out and flies up there and starts yelling something angrily in a very high-pitched language none of you speak.
Oh, that must be her.
Would
Oddly
any
enough,
of the fairies care to translate what's happening here?
one of them kind of floats up. Sure. She's very angry at Shimmer Gloom.
I've gathered that.
Yeah, and we completely understand.
This is the princess.
Mhm.
Her name is Princess Toadstool. He took her from her mushroom circle. You're starting to get the feeling that these fairies aren't quite all there. They seem to be a little scattered.
Thanks a lot, Doug.
Hey, anything I can do to help out?
The yelling eventually subsides, and the newer fairy kind of flits over. Thank you for rescuing me from the spider web. It is appreciated.
Oh, not a problem. Glad to help.
I suppose my followers have promised you some sort of payment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
they did. They offered us. They said they'd give us a lot of gold.
I see. Well, I'm happy to do my best to fulfill their promises.
Nice.
How many wagons of gold did they bring?
How many are in the caravan?
Hold on. Here. This is the caravan.
How many are there?
There are 3.
They said 3 caravans of gold. That's what they said. They said all 3 caravans.
Yes, it did.
Understandable. Well, then, I suppose you may keep all 3.
Hey guys, it worked.
I tried to high five Schleich.
And the fairies sort of all flit away in mass.
What about your wagons? What do we do with those?
They've just left them in the tree.
Is it they're canvas wagons, right?
It seems like they all comply, so it seems like they only needed the wagons to transport the gold.
Nice.
Shimmer Gloom kind of swoops out of the tree and lands on the ground and looks at you all. And what cut of the gold is to be mine?
Somebody find a rock, quick.
Yeah.
No.
I don't suppose I could magically just make an illusion of a large gold-colored rock.
I mean, you could.
I'm going to try that. It's like, oh, there's a cut for you right over there. It's a fairly sizable rock, gold-plated.
Gold-plated.
He tries to pick it up, but he can't. And he tries to like push it, and it kind of rolls and then flops down. And he's like, I would like a smaller cut of the gold, please. This is too large for me. I am not a greedy dragon.
I flip him a coin.
He snags it out of the air and kind of. This was acceptable to me. And he like flies up. Remember the day you basked in the glory of Shimmer Gloom as he like flies away.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah. Is there a water source nearby?
I mean, you could. Yeah, probably. You have to backtrack a bit, but you could find a stream or something.
Yeah, I'm going to take a sample, find out what's wrong with it.
It tastes fine.
Do I begin acting anything like these local creatures? Okay, so good news, guys. It's not the water.
All right. Well, we should probably get back on the trail now.
Sounds good. Unless unless Dunk finds any more people to kind of promise our services to.
Anybody else need help?
No, shut up.
No.
So it takes the rest of the morning to trek back to where you met the fairies. You have functionally lost most of your morning.
Yeah.
But about another half day of walking, and you're out of the Emerald Hills. And as you set up camp for that night, I assume you inspect the wagons full of gold.
Mm-hmm.
They have turned to what appears to be pyrite.
Oh,
Oh, come on.
man. Well, there's probably something alchemical I can do with these things.
That's probably
And
true.
we now have tiny little wagons.
Actually, yeah, are those wagons are covered in just like canvas, right?
They're actually wood. They're fully wood.
Oh, okay.
Like
I
with
can't make
the
it-
full circular, like kind of round top.
Okay. Well, I can't make a new hat out of that then.
No, you could probably make a pair of roller skates though.
Ooh. Yeah.
But that would take 2 wagons out of the 3. Also, you'd have to destroy the fairy wagons.
Now I'll pass.
Okay. So this camp is set up for that night. It kind of goes peaceably. So what's the watch order for the night?
I
I'll
guess
take-
I'll go first.
who Oberon, you going first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
I'll go second.
Okay.
I'll go third.
I'll go
All
after
right.
him.
So everybody roll a perception test for your section of the watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a success.
That's a fail.
Fail.
Oh, I totally failed. I don't know how the hell I failed.
All right, so all the 3 of you who failed, all you hear all night is the whistling of wind in the leaves. And after a while, you realize it's Grey Firkin. That's the equivalent of the tree fork snoring. Snoring is like wind in their head.
Nice.
So who passed? One of you passed.
I did.
Oberon passed. Oberon, during your watch, you realize that slowly fog has been creeping into the camp.
Okay.
Just kind of low to the ground fog.
Just kind of rolling in real slow, huh?
Yep, nice and it's only a couple inches of fog covering the ground.
Do I hear anything moving around, or is it just completely kind of silent?
It's completely silent.
So I have a
No animals, nothing.
yeah, I have a not so good feeling. So I'm going to start going around waking everybody up.
Okay.
And guys, wake up! You see this? You see this fog? Listen, there's no sounds. There's nothing. Something's really wrong here. What do we do?
It's pitch black. I don't know what you want us to do, Oberon.
Maybe everybody's sleeping.
Do we have any torches?
Yeah, I mean, you guys lit a fire that night for camp, I assume. You're all experienced adventurers. You're not fools.
I guess I'm gonna take a torch and just kind of dip it in the fire, and I'm gonna look around a little bit.
I'll take out my lantern from my adventure kit. Go ahead and light that up and just kind of start walking a perimeter. Does anyone else have the lamp in their kit?
I believe I do.
I think so.
I have a lantern
Okay.
and a torch.
All right. So choose either one, and let's just kind of circle around the perimeter and See if we can't figure out what's going on here.
I'll light the lantern that I have. And I'll walk in the opposite direction that Oberon started.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, I'm gonna walk in. I'll be a little bit away from Oberon, but I'll be walking out. Are we all kind of like making a perimeter, like
Yeah.
spreading out?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, nothing of note as you start to spread out. I mean, it's the same place you set up camp. There's nothing unusual here.
Thanks for waking us up, Oberon. I had a sound sleep. So glad you woke me up so we could do this, walking around in the dark.
Hey, I'm telling you, something ain't right. I just have a feeling.
Yeah. You know what's not.
Does
You know what's not
seem
right? You get up at this
abnormally
time.
quiet. Even in the middle of the night, there should be a lot more going
Exactly.
on.
Exactly. There should be insects or something. There's nothing. It's almost like the fog has consumed the sound as well.
Hmm.
Can I? Trying to think of what. Well, all we're gonna do is just stand here waiting for something to happen. Unless anybody else has any other good ideas.
Well, we could kick up the fire and get it going really, really high. It'll light up the area good.
Yeah, it will make us a big target too.
How do you feel about that, Gray Firkin? Big fire?
I think the fire is acceptable at the level it currently is.
Is there anything weird with the brazier? The brazier? I did. I said now I'm gonna say it by accident every single time.
Oh,
I said it once. Hey, Amanda, is there something wrong with your brazier? Yeah, you knew that was coming tonight.
Yeah,
I think that's just canon now.
it's just gonna be a thing. I just kind of reach back and feel if the brazier is still there.
Yep, it's there. It feels fine. There's nothing unusual. It's not even warm.
I thought maybe like that's an evil thing, and maybe it was causing other evil things to happen around us.
So-
I'm not seeing anything weird going
So you're
on.
all facing out on the perimeter, checking the outskirts to make sure everything's okay. And probably Schlick is the first one to go, whatever.
Yeah, I am. I'm ready to do that right now. Whatever. And I'm gonna turn around and walk back to the fire.
When you turn around, there is an individual standing there by your fire, warming their hands.
Oh, great. Hey, Dunk, you got a new best friend. Go over, talk to him.
A tall human, thin, very well dressed, like a noble person. Kind of archaic clothing.
I'm just gonna look at. I'm just gonna like give the expression of like, why am I not surprised at this point? And I'm just gonna like pretend he's not even there and walk and I'll let somebody else deal with him.
Has this noticed him yet? Or
Yeah. When you all turn around, he's easily visible.
okay, I'm gonna walk up. Hello. How can we help you?
I was simply warming myself by your fire. I hope you don't mind.
I certainly don't mind.
No,
Everybody
no,
roll.
It's
Everybody
a
roll.
chilly night.
absolutely. Just help yourself.
Everybody roll perception.
And
Pass.
and I fail again.
Yeah, failure.
All right, those of you who
the
passed.
tallest person in the group not seeing stuff.
Blah, blah.
You're a walking vantage point.
I'm not paying attention.
Those of you who did pass do notice that the fog does not swirl around his ankles. There's a good bit of berth the fog seems to give him.
It's like,
Where did you come from?
Oh, my home out in the moors.
Ah, the moors. Is that where this fog comes from?
Indeed, you're on the outskirts of the sunless moors. Although at night, I suppose it would be hard to tell that it were sunless.
Well, forgive us if we seem a little on edge, fellow traveler. It's really odd to just have a fog come rolling in and turn around and there's a stranger by our fire.
Oh, I apologize. I did not mean to alarm anyone. Certainly wasn't my goal. We don't get many travelers, so sometimes matters of decorum and efficacy of guests is something we slip on.
That's understandable. I couldn't help but notice that the fog
as well. You are a guest, so I guess introductions would be in order. I'll introduce myself. My name is my name is Duncan, but my fellow travelers call me Dunk.
Do they now?
Well, it's a nickname.
Well, I am Lord Sanguros Immertod, Lord of the Sunless Moor, as it were.
And I kind of take a small bow and say, "Pleasure to meet you. I am Sithis von Pratchett, of the Ankh-Port von Pratchetts. The unpleasant lizard over there is Schleich."
Yeah,
I
that's
am
me.
Oberon.
Indeed, that we do not get many Karhu down this way.
And I'm Gray Furkin, at your service.
And a tree folk. Intriguing.
Hmm.
And what brings you into my land?
We were sent here by the mayor of a local village, tracking down a missing.
I think what my friend is trying to say is we're here to try and help out the local townsfolk.
Also, yes.
I see. Well, they don't really venture this far on a regular basis. So I'm unsure of what help they need in my domain.
I forgot what the heck they sent us out to do.
Rescue a caravan. Rescue the
Yeah,
caravan.
rescue the missing caravan.
Oh,
The
they'd
regular
like to
sized one.
check on a caravan of townsfolk that came through this way a few days ago. They're kind of concerned for them.
I see. Well, to the best of my knowledge, no such caravan has passed through this area.
Well, I guess we'll stay the night and return back to town and let them know that that's what happened. The caravan must have gotten lost and not traveled through here lately.
That sounds like an excellent plan.
Would you like to stay with us and keep warm for the evening?
No, I will return to my home. I'm sure I'll be far more comfortable there than some traveler camp. But I appreciate the invitation and the hospitality.
Of course.
It was great to meet you.
Yes, it was an unusual pleasure.
What they said.
And he kind of gives a tight smile and walks off into the darkness.
You guys know damn well we're not turning around in the morning. We have to find this caravan.
Oh yeah,
Well,
of course.
He knows something about it.
Yeah, something's definitely up.
We'll be able to see better in the morning. So I say we rest up and at daybreak we move forward into the sunless moors and see what we can find.
Okay. So the rest of the night, nothing eventful happens. It's fairly quiet. I mean, the lingering feeling of unease his visit gave you remains through the rest of the night. But other than that, nothing out of the ordinary. Morning comes. It is a dim gray morning. The fog obscures the sun quite thoroughly. It is. It
Alan,
is
Alan,
What?
can you say that again? It cut out.
Sure. The fog obscures the sun thoroughly. It's a dim gray morning. Much like you would expect from a rainy day or a heavy thunderstorm. But it just seems to be permanent, sort of a flat, dull light that filters through everything.
So we're in England, is what you're saying.
Or Seattle.
Right.
Seattle. We're in the grunge scene.
Yeah.
The moor is scrubby and vegetation is sparse.
Oh, Scotland.
Yes, we're going full Hound of the Baskervilles here. That's what you should expect. So you all choose to press forward into the moors?
We have to.
Yep.
Whatever Oberon says.
Let's do it.
All right, so our intrepid band heads forward deeper and darker. The about a little bit before lunch. So you've been walking for a few hours. It's probably an hour or two before midday. You come across a small ramshackle village. It is old and run down, more like a collection of hastily maintained and poorly constructed lean-tos than an actual village. And the population, there are several people there that you see as you approach it.
All right.
I'm keeping my mouth shut on this one.
I was gonna say, you want to be a welcoming committee or what?
I think I'm all set with this.
Yeah. All right.
What kind of people? Are they human? Are they
They appear to be
other demi-human?
human or similar.
Similar. Okay.
You think you see a fae among them, an elf,
Okay.
but for the most part, they're all human-sized.
I wonder if this is part of the caravan. I guess we'll find out once somebody goes up and checks on it.
Be like they got stuck here and decided to set up shop.
Yeah, it's possible. The only way we're going to find out is if we talk to them. And
All right. I'll volunteer to go up to the first one. First one I see.
I thought you guys said you were musicians.
And I'll say, hey there. Whereabout are we?
They all kind of look at you, and one of them, an older man, probably in his 50s, late 50s, early 60s, steps forward. You don't know where you are.
Well, we were traveling, and we were looking for some friends of ours who were in a caravan, and we can't seem to find them. So this fog rolled in last night. And we're not sure where we are at this point.
Okay. He kind of looks at you all. You shouldn't be here. You should turn around and leave while you still can.
Why? What's going on?
And he kind of looks at you. If you don't know why you're here and what's going on, you definitely don't want to be here.
Maybe we could help. Are you guys in some sort of trouble?
Do we appear to be in distress?
I don't know. You said I shouldn't be here, so sounds like there's trouble afoot.
Sounds like you have a suspicious mind.
If you've seen the things I have.
You get the sense he's being deliberately reticent and obtuse.
Aha.
Let's try someone else.
There is no one else who will speak with you here.
Of course.
what is this person's name?
He hasn't told you.
Morning, right?
Late morning, late morning, almost midday.
Good day, sir. I apologize for my traveling companion's bad manners.
If you have to apologize for them, why do you travel with them? Also, who told you it was a good day? Maybe it's a bad day. Have you considered that?
It might possibly, but I'm wishing you a good day as a greeting.
I don't want
My
your
name is
wishes.
Doug.
Either make it a good day or don't waste your words.
I can see this will be a difficult conversation.
Would it have to be if we didn't have a conversation?
My name is Dunk, and we were sent into the Sunless Moors from Mayor Athian in order to search for a caravan that's wound up lost.
1, I don't know who that is. 2, I don't care. You should all turn around and leave.
All right, I'm with him. Let's do it.
Shh.
Click.
Stop that.
Knock it off.
Ah, jeez.
I'm afraid we
Has-
can't, sir.
Have you seen the caravan?
I ain't seen no caravan.
No, he hasn't seen the caravan. Let's go. Come on.
Like,
Jeez.
We can't go back. We have to go forward.
And I'm going forward. So I want to just push through.
Yep, you can do that. He's an older. He's not going to be able to resist a giant warrior bear, so he just kind of tumbles to the side.
This is getting us nowhere. Whack. Move.
Okay,
And
you can push on through.
push on through. Do I see anything else in this little like encampment? Of interest?
People are deliberately avoiding you if they see you approaching. They go inside a building and shut the door, or draw the curtains, or whatever.
There's something weird about this town.
they don't
Definitely.
seem to like us.
I don't think they like people in general. Jeez. Or bears.
Or salamanders. Or birds. Or whatever Schleich is.
trees.
All right, so you very quickly reach the outskirts of this town again. It's not large.
Okay. Is it still? Are we still shrouded in the fog?
Oh yeah,
Is it getting any thicker as we keep moving?
it seems to be about the same. No
Okay.
change in consistency, or I mean, it comes and goes in waves in various parts of the moor. It seems to be
Okay.
inconsistent, much like you would expect. It appears to be natural fog, just exceptionally thick and relatively permanent.
All right. Let's press forward, guys.
All right.
And away we go.
Okay. You continue past the small town, and as you're leaving, if any of you look behind, you notice that several of the villagers are watching from windows and such. But the minute they see you look, they duck out of the way and shut the windows.
We kind of have that effect on people lately.
I don't think it's
I think it's useless. It can't be me.
Why would it be me? I'm not the rude one.
About 3 hours in, you come across a tall bluff. And on top of this bluff is a large castle with 4 towers and then a keep in the middle. Big stone, kind of gray granite walls. Only a single narrow curving path goes up to the castle as it sits upon this plateau.
Anything weird around other than the fog, or
No,
any,
the castle
no
actually
shadows?
is very clear. It arises
okay.
out of the fog, but the sunlight still doesn't seem to really get any better when you look at the castle.
Well, I guess the caravan isn't this way, so I guess we'll start heading back.
No.
No.
I think we should approach. I mean, we've come this far.
Someone around here has got to
Oh,
know
we're here.
something about this caravan.
Nobody wants to talk to us. I'm saying they're not going to talk to us in that stinking castle either.
You'll be
Never
fine.
mind.
Let's
Right.
go.
All right.
Whatever you say, Oberon.
Don't make me throw you.
He'd get to the castle faster.
Probably.
Yeah, but do we really want him to go first? Talk for us.
All right, so we pony up to the castle.
All right. So as you, it takes another 45 minutes or so to trek up the path to the castle, and you don't realize quite how large this thing is until you start to get closer. It was much larger than you had expected. And then these are these massive wooden doors that sit there at the end of the gate. All sorts of carvings and reliefs on them. Battle scenes and such like that.
Are there any writing? Is there any writing or inscriptions on it?
Aside from the artistic carvings, no words.
Okay. All right. Who wants to knock?
Pretty big doors. Gray, do you want to handle this?
Sure. Bam! Bam! Bam, bam, bam!
With a resounding reverberation, Grave Virkin knocks on the doors. A few minutes later, one of them opens, and a man stands there. He's finely dressed, and he bows deeply. Greetings.
Hello.
What do I owe this pleasure to?
We
We are in search of a missing caravan and thought you might have some word on what might have happened.
I see. Well, my lord is the ruler of this land, and I believe he already spoke with you last night and informed you there was no caravan.
Oh, this is his place.
Yes, this is Castle Immertod.
Oh. It's nice. It's a nice place.
Well,
Kind of looks at you. It is dour and gray, but your lies are somewhat appreciated.
Nice as in it is an impressive structure.
Well, it is imposing.
What's with all the villagers?
How so?
No, we walked through and they just ran and hid and hid in their homes.
And he looks at Oberon, and I suppose they've never seen a Carhu dressed for war before. You are a somewhat imposing sight, much like this castle, my friend.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Well, really, when you get to know him, he's just such a sweetie.
Just so cuddly.
Absolutely.
Just ask for like.
As you can see, unfortunately, we know nothing of this caravan. However, if you require refreshment and a place to spend the evening, my lord would be happy to accommodate you.
Actually, guys,
would be nice.
we could use a nice, decent night's rest after,
Mhm.
traveling all this way.
Well, please step into our castle.
Yeah, let's go to this guy's Airbnb.
A free meal and a chance to advance the story? Why not?
Narratively, this is a win-win.
It's true.
I was like, I only got 10 more sessions of this.
I'm sorry, with I only got 45 more minutes tonight. One session at a time. So you all enter the castle. Is anybody going to hang back, or
I'll hang back a little bit.
as everybody enters, he looks at you. Schlick, are you not going to join your friends?
Yeah, I probably will. Yeah, why not? I guess.
Roll a test.
Oh, that one I passed.
Okay, you never told him your name.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that's and I'm gonna look at him like real weird, and I'm gonna like pause for a second, and then I'm gonna like look at him as I'm walking towards the group, and then once I get a little further away, I'm gonna stop looking at him, and then I'm gonna like go right up to Oberon real quick, like, hey,
What?
you think there's something funny with this guy? I never told him what my name was, and he seemed to know what it was.
All right. Everybody, keep eyes, ears out. something's up, just like it was last night. So don't let your guard down.
I have a feeling. I have a feeling that they're waiting for us here, and they've been watching us for a while.
All right. Well, he leads you in, and he takes you up a big flight of stairs, up to to the east wing of the castle, where you're getting kind of a Beauty and the Beast vibe from this castle, but like when it was run by the Beast.
Oh, nice. And
Not
this
when
is
it was
where
all happy Magic Fun Time Land.
this is where Josh starts. This is the musical part of the show where Josh sings "Tale as Old as Time."
And we lose all our viewers.
That's right.
Right.
So he leads you. Yeah. But so as a good reference, this is very much the creepy part of Beauty and the Beast. That kind of the rundown. Everything's covered in cloths or hidden or dusty and old.
The pre-Bell era.
Is there a talking cabra? What is it? Cabralabra?
There's not yet.
Dang.
Is there a talking brazier?
Oh,
I'm trying to set a mood here, people. See, this is why campaigns die.
this is why Alan won't ever let us do another campaign stretch goal ever again.
All right, so he leads you to a wing, and he goes, there are several bedrooms here. I believe you'll find they are sized for visitors of your proportions.
Okay.
All right.
Feel free to make use of the baths and the wardrobes. Dinner will be served in the main dining hall.
How come he looked at you when he said bath? If they're Sithis.
Huh.
As much as it would be enjoyable to cast stones at only you, lizard folk, you all reek somewhat terribly and should clean yourselves before presenting yourselves to my lord.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't smelled this good in years.
we
It's like
have
I've
been
been-
traveling and sleeping on the ground for
What do
the
we
last
smell of?
several days.
That does tend to cause one to odorize.
Just a little bit.
Excellent. Well, you will find the bath already drawn for you. Enjoy. And he turns and leaves.
Guys,
Yeah.
I don't like this.
Me neither.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff going on here.
Yeah. Why are all the bedrooms sized to us when there seem to be very few non-humans around here?
I don't think we should split up. I think we should stay together. If one of us goes into a room, we all go into that room.
And so we'll go into this room, and then I'll take a bath. Then we'll go into this room, and you'll take a bath.
Yeah.
And this won't
Exactly.
be awkward at all.
Right.
I don't know. I think we should just cut loose.
Really? You would. You're staying with me anyway, so
Yeah.
I'm just voicing my opinion.
You're the first one to bring up the
Someone-
suspension.
Should probably look around and try to find out what is happening here. It would be rather conspicuous if we all do it together.
But where do we find a shiftless sneak with a bad attitude that could wander around the castle
And
not
allow
being
the
muted?
rest of us plausible deniability for his action.
Yeah. Hey, Sithis, I think they're talking about you.
Shut up.
No,
Just-
we're not.
Ah, crap.
I
yeah.
think we would need you, Schleich, to go around and take a look at things for us.
I will say at least Schleich probably should not go alone. I mean, this is a pretty big place, and it's creepy.
What, you want to hold my hand?
No, I want Dunk to.
That would be cute.
Look,
They seem perfectly sized for each other.
I'm
I need to clean my fur.
I'm clearly like noticeable when I'm not in the group. I mean, come on, just look at me.
I'm molting. I just leave a trail of feathers.
I just leave a trail of feathers.
Yeah, that's how we'll know which rooms
That's
have
all
been
right.
checked.
That's fine, guys. No, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it just like I did with the demon. Don't worry about it. I got it.
We know we
you-
can rely on you.
Fine. Where you want me to go? Which
I
direction?
got to head with him. I got to go. Otherwise, I'll never hear the end of it.
Don't do me any favors, man.
Do you a favor. I'm doing them a favor.
We greatly appreciate it.
Yeah. Just cover for me. Make something up.
Just cluck every once in a while, and then they'll think he's in there.
All right. So I guess the rest of us are going to a room.
Okay. So the cleaning and clothing yourselves preparations, they go fine. No issues. We don't need a drawn out scene of that, I think. I think we're all happy. George Lucas fading to black on that one.
Do I at least find a new hat?
Indeed, there is a wide selection of hats to choose from. Some with feathers.
I'm gonna just try and find another black fedora.
Okay, that's doable.
Oh.
All right, so now we cut to our Slick and Dunk show,
Oh, God.
the highlight of the evening for all
Good night, everybody.
our poor viewers.
And everybody's signed off now.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Ironically, our viewer count went up once I said that
Yeah, no, I
by one person.
did.
Slick and dunk.
Hi,
Slick and
Doug's
dunk.
mom.
All right, so what are you two adapted to do anything in particular? Are you sort of just wandering around? Kind of walk me through what your goal and your plan is here.
What do you think? What's the plan here, Dunk? Just gonna go down some of these halls and take a look around, see if we notice anything unusual.
Well, hardly anything good ever happens in the top of a castle. Let's go downstairs. Let's see what we can find in the basement. That's where they keep all the good stuff.
In the dungeon. Yeah, that's great. Let's do that. Absolutely.
Well,
yeah,
I mean,
great plan.
dungeons, yeah, but they usually keep their gold in the basement too.
Hey, we can check it out, I guess. If you said gold, let's check it.
It's the tiny dungeon equivalent of Doug's Scooby snack. So we're,
Okay.
we're gonna make our way downstairs, keeping
Okay.
our eyes open for anything odd.
Sure. Why don't you both give me a perception test as you make your way, and then we'll have you give me a stealth test.
Oh, I passed the
Oh
perception.
yeah, I passed.
Okay. Now stealth, please.
Stealth. I think I am stealthy. Am I stealthy? I am not stealthy.
So what do I roll? 2, 6?
2. Yep. Ooh, and I passed the stealthy.
I got a 6 and a 1.
Oh,
Excellent.
nice.
So you together, and quite admirably, frankly, considering your previous incompetence, you both managed to both not get caught and avoid any possible detection. As you move your way down out of the wing, down the stairs through the main foyer, and you find a door in a narrow stone staircase that leads to the cellar.
Hmm.
And did you say there's a door there?
Yeah, it's like a wooden door, and then if you can tell there's stairs behind it that go down.
All right. All right. Well, no, I open the door.
It just looks like a staircase.
Nice. And I will kind of poke my head down and take a look around a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'll start walking down.
Okay.
And then I'll motion to Dunk, like, come on, let's.
What do you need, a neck rub? What are we doing?
I'm giving you the signal that you can follow me.
Are you having a seizure?
Yeah. Jeez, I tell you. Why couldn't the tree at least come with me? Probably
She
would have
doesn't
been
like you either.
probably would have been a lot smarter than this guy.
All right. So
I'm
you
gonna
head
follow
down
him
the
down
stairs.
steps.
You head down the stairs, and So it goes down, and then it kind of takes a sharp turn, and it opens up into a wider hallway where multiple doors offshoot. There's about 4 doors,
Okay.
and then another staircase that seems to go down farther. Roll perception tests for me.
Man.
Oh, I passed.
Oh yeah, passed. 2 5s and a 4.
Nice. All right. You hear a very faint sound. It's hard to place it. It kind of seems to cut in and out when you're hearing it. It almost sounds like screams, but they seem to kind of just cut, and they go in this weird, irregular cadence.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of like sneak over by one of the doors and put my ears next. Well, I don't know. I don't have any ears because I'm a lizard folk, but I'm gonna put like where my ear hole would be up against the door to see if I can hear anything.
The noise is not coming from this room. You're fairly confident of that.
Then I'm gonna keep going to each door and make sure that they're not coming from any of the doors.
None of the doors, but as you move down the doors, you do realize you think it's coming from that other stairwell.
Ah. Hey, Dunk.
Shh. What?
You hear that? I think it's coming down. I think it's down the next level.
Let's make our way down there.
What? I couldn't hear you.
Shh.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We need to make our way down there.
Yeah, I don't know what he said, but I think we need to make our way down there.
If there's someone screaming, there's someone making that person scream.
Okay. Let's go down just a little further. Let's see if we can figure anything out.
So you start to head down this stairwell.
Yeah, I'm going really slow.
Okay. Carefully stepping your feet to make sure you don't knock anything or cause any issues.
Yeah.
Okay. As you start to move down the stairs, about halfway down, the familiar scent of salt water fills the air. It smells like brine and salt water. And you get to the stairs kind of go down, and they do another turn, and they keep going down, and they get to the bottom landing, and there's a wooden door, and it is shut, and it's got massive iron bands that go around it in all directions.
Are they patterned or?
No, they're just band.
Sounds like my favorite song.
Right? And there's like 4, it looks like 7 or 8 inches of standing water on the bottom landing. It almost comes up to the step. Like if you were to stand in it, it's probably, I say 7 or 8 inches. I'm actually probably like 1.5 feet. It's like knee high.
Interesting. All right. Well, we checked it out. Let's go back up.
Do we still hear the screams?
Yes, they're coming from behind this door.
Son of a bitch. And there's water everywhere.
Well, I mean, it's like knee high.
All we see are bands. There's no like.
There's not a hole in this door. There's no peephole. There's no opening.
I think we need to look behind that door. I know you don't want to be here. Neither do I. But something's going on behind that door, and we need to see what it is.
Well, then let's. Why don't you open it, and I'll back you up.
Ask yourself this. What smells better? Wet schleich or wet feathers?
Wet feathers.
Son of a bitch. All right, I'm going to go over to the door and quietly open it.
Okay. The room on the other side is pitch black. There's no torches or anything. But you hear a strange kind of a scrape, and then screams for a moment, and then thud. And then scrape, screams, thud.
That doesn't sound ominous.
Yeah. That doesn't sound good at all.
No, I think we need the party to. I think that we need the rest of the fellowship to check this out with us, because I don't think the two of us can take that.
No, I need to quietly back out of the room and close the door again.
Okay. You can faintly hear the thud. Scrape, screams.
I don't know what's in there, but it certainly doesn't sound good, and I can't see what's in that room. I think we need to get everybody else and check it out.
Can you say that again? It cut out a little bit.
Oh, I don't know what's in that room. It's dark, and I can't make it out, but it doesn't sound good. I think we need everybody else so we can check this out.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm finally gonna agree with you, Dunk.
Yeah, I think we should mark that on our calendars. Let's get back to the rooms as quietly as possible.
All right, so we're gonna go back up the. I'm gonna like tiptoe back up the stairs so that nobody hears me, and then I'm gonna bolt for the to go all the way up out of this this basement.
Sure. With Dunk hot on your heels, I assume.
I'm doing it quietly. I mean,
He's wet. He's got wet feathers. There's no way he's moving.
I would
that
assume
fast.
if I'm going to run, it's going to make some really weird noises.
Okay. All right. So, Schlick, you get back to the wing where your compatriots are waiting first.
Dunk, wing. I see what you did there.
Hey guys. There's something really, really weird going on downstairs. I don't think we need to do. I don't think we either need to check it out all together, or we need to get the heck out of here.
What did you see?
I didn't see anything, but Dunk said that he saw something really weird.
Look,
What
I
did you
didn't
see,
see
Dunk?
anything, but there's this room in the basement, and it's dark, and there's about a foot of water on the floor. And the sounds that were inside of this room, they didn't sound good. It sounded like something I felt we needed to check out as a group instead of just me and Shlomo over here.
When did Shlomo join our party?
I feel like I'm talking to the tree sometimes.
So much hate.
All right. I say let's go.
Yeah.
When
there-
is our dinner engagement with the lord of this castle?
Good point.
In about
I-
10 minutes.
I think if we miss our dinner date, they will probably come looking for us.
Yeah, I'm with the tree on this one. I don't think we want to take off.
Good point.
I could eat.
Okay, so everybody quickly gets cleaned up in the case of Dunk and Schlick, and everybody, and then as a troop, you march down to the dining area.
Sure.
Right.
Great, no problem. The individual who greeted you at the door, the butler, seneschal, maitre d', whatever you want to call him, is waiting there. Ah, I'm glad you could join us for dinner. Please enter.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna like, yeah, like trying to straighten myself out as I'm walking in.
And there's a long table sitting in this room with candles burning, and there's a fire roaring at the other end. Please find a seat wherever you're comfortable,
And
except
this,
at the head of the
this-
table, obviously.
This is-
as far away from Schleich as possible.
and this is where Josh starts singing "Be Our Guest."
Yeah. Wait. I don't want you to get copyrighted. So.
Oh, okay. All right,
No
I'm
No
gonna
DMCA takedowns today, please.
yeah. I'm gonna sit on one of the side wherever. I'll sit next to Oberon wherever.
Okay.
Like
I'll take a seat that's close to the head chair.
I'll sit on the opposite side, somewhere along the middle. If stuff goes down, I don't want to be anywhere near that guy.
All right, that's fine. So you wait for about 10 minutes, and the maitre d' butler seneschal fellow enters. I apologize for the tardiness. My lord is occupied unexpectedly. We'll begin dinner now.
Oh.
I'm afraid he won't be joining Yes. And dinners are wheeled in by servants.
What do the servants look like?
Humans are very plain, bland looking. All in
I'm
the
starving.
same matching uniforms. Yeah, so there's roast, there's a vegetarian option for the tree folk. I mean, everybody's appetites are met.
There's something for everybody.
They got centipedes.
Sure.
Nice.
So there's something very specific for everybody.
Yes.
This is odd.
Maybe not your favorite food, but something that, as a species, your species would very much like.
Wow. No, this is good. I haven't had one of these in a while.
They're
Grab a little bit of this.
good centipede.
I'm gonna grab one. I'm just gonna bite its head off
And you are allowed to eat as much as you want.
Sweet.
Wow.
I don't think I'm going to eat as much as I want. I think what I'm going to do is eat enough to be content.
Okay,
No, I'm gonna go to town,
great.
and I'm gonna wipe it on my face and like.
Yeah.
Fork and knife. It's probably the same. It's probably the same thing that Schleich has, being that we're both lizard people. But trying to be polite.
I'm gonna look over at Sithis and just shake my head like he's crazy. And then I just chomp on another centipede.
I'm just shoveling it in with my paws. Paws can't hold utensils, so.
So you can hold the haven't you seen Beauty and the Beast? You can pick up the bowl and like tip it in your mouth.
There we go.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, once you're all done and you've finished,
We go back.
if you want to, yeah, you're allowed to go back to your rooms.
Guys, this is really weird. I know I've said this like 30,000 times before.
No, you're absolutely right.
I mean,
Mark that on your calendar. I agree with you.
they know exactly everything about us. They knew we were coming. They prepared a meal for us before we got here.
Rooms, clothes, everything.
There's some weird stuff going on in the basement.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it has everything to do with what we saw in that room, or didn't see. But I think it has a lot to do with that room.
Do we want to go down and take a look? Do you
I'm
guys
ready.
want to?
I think we should.
Oh, was there any kind of lighting down there?
None.
None? All right. So I'm going to bring lantern. Make sure I have that out and lit.
Anybody else preparing anything in particular?
I'll bring my lantern just to be on the safe side, I guess. So that way we have at least one for the front of the line and one for the back of the line.
That should be plenty of light for us.
All right, so
All right.
you lead everybody down the stairway, and down the other stairway, past the empty rooms, then down towards the landing with the water.
Guys, you hear that?
It's the same thud. Thud.
That's the sound.
Scream. Thud. Thud. Scrape. Scream.
Doesn't sound good.
Thud.
Sounds like something very large with something very small stuck to the bottom of its foot. That's still alive.
Well, who wants to open door number 1?
I'll do it. I'm the meat shield. But I'm going to have Schlick right next to me.
You do know we have the only 2 lanterns.
Yeah, that's fine. You're
right.
good.
All right.
All right. As I push open the door, I'm going to push Schlick into the room.
You son of a...
Okay, so Schlick goes splashing through the water. You have your lantern out, right, Schlick?
Yep.
All right, this is where it gets really creepy and freaky. So,
Okay.
all right. So there is a human, probably 6'4", 6'5", tall, very pale, jet black hair, almost shock white skin, pallid, dead-looking eyes, and they're standing there and they're kind of slumped and swaying, and they're walking through the room, and they're kind of just moving through the water, and they're dragging a massive, rusted and pitted greatsword behind them. Like they're holding the hilt and the point is just kind of dragging behind them on the ground. And you realize, Schlick, very quickly, that the thud is their footsteps.
Yep. Okay.
Pretty easy.
Yeah.
The scraping is the right foot dragging across the stone floor. And the screams come from about a half a dozen severed heads that are tied to their foot. And the screaming is happening as they're being dragged through the water, and the vocal cords that are still in the head are making a sort of unearthly screaming sound. And then as they're submerged, when he steps down, the screaming stops. Then when he steps that foot back up, the screaming begins again.
Oh, nailed it.
Oh.
So I guess I was wrong. There's nothing weird in this room, and we can just.
Yeah, I think we're okay to move on.
Guys,
Good night, guy.
And as Schlick stumbles into the room, he kind of turns towards you and he straightens up a little bit and looks at you.
And
then he starts stepping towards you.
I'm like, hey, can you point me to the bathroom?
Sorry, you broke up there for me. What did you say?
I said, hey, can you point me to the bathroom?
And he takes his sword and kind of brings it up in front of him in a ready position as he starts moving towards you a little faster.
All right.
And the screams start to happen a little faster as he's walking faster. So now it's thud, thud.
I want to grab him and pull
scream,
him back.
thud, thud, scrape, scream, thud, thud, scrape, scream, thud, thud, scrape, scream.
So
you're yanked out of the room.
Yeah, I want to yank him back out of the room.
Okay. Somebody's shutting the door.
Yes.
Okay, so you grab Schlick and you pull him back and you slam the door shut.
Yes.
I'm like,
there's scrape, scrape, scream, here, thud, thud, scrape, scream, and then boom, and about 8 inches of like pitted rusted steel just shoot through the door.
Oh,
narrowly missing Schlick's head.
Woo, that was close.
Well, so should we check another room?
Guys, that was crazy. We need to leave right now. There was
there's a scraping sound as the sword is pulled out from the door.
2 for 2. I agree with Schlick.
Yeah, there's some big tall guy in that room with a big sword, and he's got zombie heads chained to his ankle, and we need to get out of here, man. This is freaking weird.
Let's head upstairs then.
What were you about to say?
I don't think we should head upstairs. I think we need to deal with what's in that room. We walk away from this, that thing's going to open the door, and everybody's going to know.
I totally agree with Dunk. Dunk needs to deal with what's in that room.
The slow-paced step, scrape, scream has resumed.
So it's in the same pattern?
Yeah,
Yep.
It's back to where it was before.
Yep.
Maybe we can use this as some sort of strategy to take care of the problem then.
Maybe, but this feels like a good place to call it for the night.
Oh no, cliffhanger.
Dun-dun-dun.
Dun dun dun. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. If you like, we're gonna try to do this. What would we say? The second Wednesday of every month. Is that what we were originally planning on?
I think so.
Okay. So if you enjoyed this, please give it a like down below. If you haven't gotten a copy of Tiny Dungeon on Drive Through RPG, definitely check it out and pick up a copy. You can actually get physical copies at some point here, probably pretty soon.
Yep, Kickstarter actually starts fulfilling this week, so physical copies should be on sale in the next couple weeks.
Yes, nice. And then also check out Tiny Wastelands. It's that's on the Kickstarter right now. Also, I want to thank everybody that our party for that is doing this with us every night. Check out Amanda Call, ageofnight.com for her webcomic. Check out Ed Smith, cartoonist at large, on Facebook and at the post office bulletin boards everywhere.
Yeah, usually.
And you can check out Josh Melville. He's Halloweenville on YouTube. So check out Halloweenville. And then also check out Jordan Streeter, our Sithis player. He has Gamers Against Alzheimer's. And Jordan's got some big stuff coming up this year. So we'll talk about that probably later on the channel, another time. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a like down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Make sure to check out AlanBarnett.net for Alan's blog, and I think you can link off of Gallant Night Games there too. He does have a web store, so you can pick up all his games and some swag off of his website. Yeah. And thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We'll see you next week or the next video.